Has pictures of all the kids. We did this in art class today.
I can see some of the liquid coming out. Oh, I bet you were talking about Pokeballs from Pokemon. Hey, don't do that. Oh, so cool.
Happy Monday. It is about 6 o'clock. I want to quickly show you a couple things before I head out and go home. Because it's late, I'm not going to clean up. I'm going to leave my desk the giant mess that it is. It's okay. Tomorrow is another day. I will get to it. I got a lot done today. Here is our prizes for our kindness heroes. The kids that have filled their kindness containers are our kindness heroes. What I ask them is what their favorite color is amongst these colors, and then I make a quick crown with that, right? Kindness heroes on top of it, so that's quick and easy. And then I ask them their favorite color, and the choices are here. And then I staple these onto a craft stick, which is quick and easy. And then I also ask them if they would like a star or a heart. And then I quickly put a hole punch on it, and then I thread it with a ribbon, and then they get a kindness hero necklace, and they wear that. I write their name up here with a permanent marker. And then they walk around the classroom with their hand on the craft stick, and they walk around the classroom and their friends high five them and say congratulations for being the kindness hero. I have them stand up on a chair and I announce it that they're the kindness hero. Everybody cheers and claps for them. And then they get to come up and get prizes. They get to choose a bookmark, 5 erasers, and the pencil of their choice. Once they have all of that, they get to put their prizes in their backpacks. After they high five all their friends around the room, I actually send them outside of the building. I use my handy dandy walkie-talkie and I announce it to the other classrooms that we have a new kindness hero, and then they get to go high five the kids in the other classrooms and the teachers. So it's a really exciting event. Thus far, we've had lots and lots of kindness heroes, and the kids are really looking forward to being the kindness hero. And then I also put a little happy face next to their name, just so we know that they were already a kindness hero once. That gives me an idea on making sure everybody gets a turn. And then they can be a kindness hero again, so they start refilling up their cups once they were a kindness hero. And then I'm thinking about making a little surprise for them. I want to make some kind of a cape. I have this extra felt kind of material. So I was thinking of making a cape that they can wear to show that they are a kindness hero. And then going along with that theme, I decorated the outside of our classroom door. Oh, and of course you can see our beautiful moon projects that they worked on. They made an astronaut picture. They drew the astronaut picture. They cut it out and glued it on top of the moon. And then they each wrote down a fact or two that they learned about the moon. Going back to our door decoration, here it is, Kindness Heroes. It has pictures of all the kids. We did this in art class today. Basically, I asked them to pose like a superhero. I took the picture and then the kids outlined it and drew a cape around it and then mask around their eyes, and then they painted. I actually had them paint it because when they first colored it with the Sharpie, it was not working out nicely for some reason. So we tried painting it, and then that worked a lot better. But then of course I had to wait for the paint to dry and couldn't just let the kids cut them out. So I actually cut these out for them just because I was excited and I really wanted to get the door decor up and ready. So I know the kids are going to be really excited. They're really excited. They love the decor. They love being superheroes. I was going to write kindness heroes in training. I remember seeing that bulletin board on Pinterest, but I did not have enough of the letters, so I just left it as kindness heroes. And that was good enough. And now I am about to pack up. I do want to find a different spot. What I've been doing is I've just kind of laid out all of these things here so it's ready when they're a kindness hero, but it takes up a lot of space and I don't really know where to put them in my room. I'm thinking maybe I can put them on a tray. I was thinking maybe I'll put them on top of the shelf over there, but then the kids won't be able to reach it and I'll have to constantly take it up and down. I am not sure where to put them. No, maybe I'll just take the books off from that bin and find a separate spot in the library for the books, and then just put the Kindness Hero stuff right there. Yep, that worked out much better. I put them on this tray right here, and I put the books that were here in the library. So this will be always ready to go. For our Kindness Hero, we will definitely have at least 2 Kindness Heroes per day if they keep going at this pace. And then I just quickly updated this. These were the writings that were a part of our door decoration before I updated it. I want to have these around my classroom. I love these. These are by Tweet Resources. They are fantastic. I have more of them. I'm not sure where they are. I'm just going to put these up here. And then originally I had the classroom rules up here, but we only have 2 rules. It says be kind and clean up. So I'm thinking about maybe getting some kind of small picture frame that I can hang up here that says classroom rules, be kind and clean up. And then I would love to put like a little heart right there in the middle. I think that would be cute. We'll see. Not for tonight, but for another day for sure. I hope you had a great Monday. See you guys tomorrow. Good night. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday morning. Today is the 30th of October, which means tomorrow is Halloween. Doesn't mean much for my school. We don't celebrate Halloween here, so that's a good thing. Looks like my TA washed all our paint brushes and paint containers. That's fantastic. This is the worst part about leaving everything at the end of the day when you're not done. Coming into it in the morning at 7:30 and starting to run around is not the best, but time to get going. Happy Tuesday after school. Today, in science class, we made the sun, earth, and the moon model, which all you need is just some tacks. We talked about how the sun is made up of gases and how it does rotate around itself. Some parts of the sun rotate faster than the others because it is a ball of gas. Then we talked about how the earth rotates around the sun, and we use the words rotates, orbits around the sun, and we practiced having it go around. The kids drew their own circles onto the yellow construction paper and cut it out. Some kids needed support. If they did, we walked around and helped them with that. And then we talked about how the moon rotates and goes around the earth, and they were able to practice making the moon go around the earth. And then we also talked about how the earth spins and revolves around itself. So this was a great way to demonstrate how the moon goes around itself, the earth, and how the model works. So the kids had fun doing this. The tedious part was putting in the tacks. I did have help. It was my teacher assistant and myself in the room, so together we went around putting their tacks and helping them. I did not want the kids to try to put this in just because there's the sharp parts and I didn't want anyone to get hurt. If it was just a classroom of second graders, maybe, but because it's kindergarten, first and second, I decided to do that part for them. So we got this done today. For our read aloud, we read this book, One Big Bully. It was great by Tracy Blum. It was so cute because it's rhyming and the message was great. The kids really understood the message that was really important as our whole focus is on kindness. The kids are doing great. We had a couple more kindness heroes that we celebrated today. This morning I did get to finish this part of the wall. I put that little heart that I really wanted to in the middle to decorate it. And then our classroom rules, instead of putting a picture frame, I just wrote it on a sentence strip. We are kind, we clean up. I think it works perfectly fine. It looks cute. I'm happy with it. I keep the pom-poms right here and the sentence strips right here for my kindness heroes. It is close to the cups, so I come here and I just go ahead and add their cotton balls in there. Today we ran out of time. We did not get a chance to add to our tens frame. We did not get a chance to talk about our kindness for the day, kindness act for the day. Give someone a hug. Always make sure to ask first. So we'll go ahead and do that tomorrow. I did not even get to change the date today. It was one of those days. So this is not updated. We'll have to put 2 craft sticks for tomorrow and then 2 dots to make that. I am running a little low on pencils. I still have quite a bit of erasers. I think I'm okay there. I think this will be enough to last me until Friday, and then maybe I can go shopping. Maybe I'll just go shopping over the weekend to replenish some of these prizes. I might just look at Oriental Trading and see if I can get some stuff from there. I'm not sure yet. I did finish everything in the completed bin. I'm happy about that, so I'm all up to date. There's a couple things left in here, but this is from the Arabic class, and I can't read Arabic, and they don't have their names written in English, so I can't put those away. But everything else, I looked through and I put it in their mailboxes, so I'm really happy. I love it when I'm all caught up. I feel just accomplished. These cute little pumpkins, I just put them here because our tables were full while we were doing our Earth, Moon, and Sun model. I'm thinking about cutting into the pumpkins sometime this week. I do want to do the experiment of sink or float again with them and take their predictions before we cut them up. So hopefully we'll get to that sometime this week. We'll see. Here's the kindness crown that they get. We just write the word kindness hero on it, the sentence strip. And then they get to wear that. And I'm checking to see if there is one of the hands somebody left behind. Sure enough, here's the hand that they walk around and give each other a high five with this. And then they say congratulations to each other. So tomorrow we're going to read about the Earth. They're going to do an unscrambling, a fact about the Earth, and then they're going to glue that on construction paper. And then they're going to decorate it with those little earth cutouts. That's going to be for our afternoon activity. And then the older kids, the first and second graders, are going to write down their earth facts that they're learning on this sheet of paper. It says facts about the earth. So this is for our first and second graders. And this is from 123homeschoolforme.com. And then the kindergartners are going to write one fact that they learned about Earth on a regular writing sheet. This is just too small for them to write down their facts since they're just learning how to write. But first and second graders, they can handle this, so we're going to do that with them. It's a really productive day when you see my table this empty and put together. I am ready and excited. I get excited easily, apparently. I'm just happy that I'm going home. It's 6 o'clock. Time to turn off this light. It's a little hard to reach. Ready to go home. I hope everybody had a wonderful Tuesday. This bag is staying here today. I don't have anything in there that I need to bring. Grab my keys so I can lock up my classroom. Good night. Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween! Happy Wednesday! I hope you are having a great Wednesday. I had a little bit of a weird Wednesday. As you can tell, I am home. I did not go to work today. I called in sick. I woke up this morning. I woke up with a slight headache, which is fine. I have headaches plenty. I took some Advil. I drank some coffee. And I pushed through getting ready to go to work. As I normally would, You don't get to stay home for headaches, you guys. Only my headache got worse and worse, and there were signs of I'm going to turn into a migraine, and I ignored them. Usually I get migraines, but they're very, very far in between. I only get them like a couple times a year, so I'm not that familiar with the symptoms, but when I do get them, I get them really, really bad, and I feel nauseous and nothing helps. I just have to be in a dark room with no noise under my blankets, and I need to sleep it off. That's the only way my migraines go away. So I was continuing to get ready. As I'm trying to get ready, my flat iron just falls apart. I've had this flat iron for a couple of years. Just the insides of the flat iron just fell off. I've never seen that before. It's never happened to me before. And usually when you use this flat iron, you're supposed to use it with a glove because it gets really, really hot. And long story short, the insides of the flat iron just fell off from where they were, landed on my face. I don't know if you can see it because of the lighting in here. I have these two lines. Basically, I burned my face. And I was like, okay, that's it. Like, I need to take a step back, breathe, and take care of myself. And my migraine turned into a full-on migraine. I lay down. At first, I was like, okay, I'll just lay down. I'll go to work a little late, and I'll wait for the migraine to subside. And then I was like, no, I need to stay home today. Everything that could go wrong went wrong this morning. So eventually I was like, all right, I'm going to call in. I'm going to take a personal day. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm just going to be home today, which is a pain because I was excited to go to work today. I got everything was ready for the day as far as my lesson plans are concerned. I got these golf tees and some kid-sized hammers because we're going to use those and practice eye-hand coordination and hammer those into the pumpkins that we have in the classroom. We were going to dig into those. That was one of the plans for today. The meter stick that I needed for our math unit for the second graders, that came in the mail yesterday. So I was excited to take that to work today and continue on with that math lesson that I've kind of been waiting because I went to Menards, I went to Home Depot, we went to Joann's and Michael's. I could not find a meter stick anywhere. Everything is in inches and yards and nothing with a metric system. So, and my math lesson was asking for a meter stick. So I actually had to order it online. I didn't order it online last week because I needed it ASAP. And I figured I'll just go to a department store and purchase it. Little did I know I was not going to find it anywhere. So I ended up ordering it, came in finally, so I was excited to get that lesson underway today. Clearly it didn't happen. Yeah, so it's been that kind of a day. So I was not actually planning to stay home, but I'm home. Sorry about the low quality of the footage. I'm just using my laptop's webcam to record this little bit. I hope you're having a wonderful Halloween day with your kids. Hang in there. Have a great Wednesday. Happy Halloween. Bye. Happy November. Happy November 1st. Already put in the date for tomorrow. So we are ready for tomorrow because it is after school. End of the day is ready. Our calendar is up to date. This is not ready yet for tomorrow, but I'll have the kids do this tomorrow. Today, when I walked into the classroom, I had a special delivery, containers of Oreos and more Oreos. There's about 6 packs in there, and I had 2 packs of flour delivered, which was super sweet. One of my parents actually went out and bought them for our classroom and sent it in with her son. So we used the flour today to demonstrate how the moon got its craters. Another parent sent in a bag with rocks, and we pretended that the rocks were meteors, and we dropped them and they crashed on the moon's surface and made craters. And then I just put in some solar system plastic planet toys for them to use and play with the flower, just because it is fun to play with the flower. Then I saw this really cute, neat idea, I believe on Instagram. I saw another teacher use these golf tees for eye-hand coordination, which was great. Originally, I gave them pliers. I think these are called pliers. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, my husband's going to kill me because he's a handyman. So I had the kids hold the golf tees with this, so just to make sure that they're not holding it with their fingers as they hammered it in. And then they were still kind of like missing out on it, so I was a little nervous, so I decided to go ahead and put most of them in for them, just the little tip parts, and then they hammered the rest themselves. They just had to keep their one hand behind their back. They loved doing this activity. I could probably have had one pumpkin per kid, and they would have sat there and hammered it in. So that activity turned out really, really well. The kids really enjoyed doing that. And then we used this model of our solar system, which is fantastic because it lights up and it moves. So the kids could see the rotation of the planets around the sun. That was really fun. And then we pretended, I put this in the middle of the rug, and then we pretended to be the Earth rotating around the sun, and we talked about how we get seasons and how day and night happens. So we talked about all that kind of good stuff, answering our essential questions. What are the seasons and what makes them change? And then we talked about what causes day and night. So tomorrow we're going to use the Oreo cookies to make the phases of the moon. That should be fun. And we have a no sugar policy, so I'm thinking they can't eat them, but I did ask to see if they can just eat maybe one at the end of the activity, because I know they're all going to really want to. So we'll see how that works out. And I found these books at our school's library. I was really happy about that. So now we have more books about space. We'll read some of those tomorrow. I actually want to read more about the moon tomorrow, since we're going to do the moon's phases, so that might be more relevant. And I believe I have that here somewhere. Oh, and tomorrow we've actually been waiting to do a solar oven, and we were going to do that for this whole week. We've just kind of been waiting for it to be nice and sunny outside. Unfortunately, it's been dark and gloomy, so we did not get a chance to make our solar oven. So hopefully tomorrow we'll see if the weather cooperates, if it's nice and sunny. I'm going to cover this oatmeal container with saran wrap, and then we're going to put a piece of cheese in there. I was going to do a hot dog, forgot to bring it in, had cheese at school, so a stick of cheese would work just as well for them to see it melting. So we'll see. I might bring in a piece of hot dog or actual hot dog tomorrow if I can remember. And then up here, these books, I had a parent bring these two books. There's at least 3 books in here that a parent brought in and donated for our school, just so we have the books for our theme. That was super sweet. I'm telling you, we have the best parents you ever met. I mean, they're just fantastic. So tomorrow we'll read the book about the moon, just so it fits with our the moon's phases, and then we're going to read this one, Pictures in the Sky, when we're doing the constellation activity. And then I found this book, Our Stars. This is our level J guided reading books. There's a couple of those, and they did read them with another teacher, but how appropriate. So I'm going to read that for the rest of the kiddos too, because I have a lot of kids that can't read at a level J. So that would be fantastic to use. And today's word of the day, we were able to get to it. And there's our hammers that I got from Amazon. These are super cute and quite heavy, actually. And then our word of the day was flabby, droopy, soft. I was like, yeah, I have flabby arms too. Yeah, that was our word of the day. And that's about it. We did the regular math and literacy activities as usual. I was not here yesterday, so these are the activities that I had ready for them to work on. And just from yesterday and today's work, this is full. I'm not going to get to this today. Well, maybe I will. It's about 5. I can be here for another 15 minutes, so maybe I'll just knock this out right now and then head out. And my desk looks messy, but it's really not that bad. This is going to go to the recycling bin. And I'm going to put these space books on top of all the other space theme related books so it's nice and neat. Right there. Perfect. And then I'm going to put our saran wrap and solar oven stuff here, hoping that tomorrow it'll be nice and sunny so we can get that going. My teacher assistant got these ready for me today. That was super awesome. So they're going to work on some subtraction problems, and they're nice and space theme related, so I really like that. We're gonna do this tomorrow. I don't have a chance, actually I don't have time to work on the completed bin paperwork because I just realized it is 5:14 and I need to head out so I can get my daughter from her school. Don't want to be late for her. I did not bring my jacket today. Hopefully it's not too cold outside. It wasn't that bad in the morning. All right, that light is out. And just thinking, am I forgetting anything? I hope not. If I am, I'll find out tomorrow. Oh, and tomorrow I'm planning on cutting into those babies so we can take those golf tees out. And time to get the keys out. So many keys. All right, good night, friends. See you tomorrow. Happy Friday! Happy Friday! I hope you had a wonderful Friday. Even if you didn't, it is the end of the day, so it should be good by now. I think it is about a little past 5 o'clock. My desk is a beautiful mess, as it usually is. No surprise there. I'm getting ready to go. Just gonna pack up. And before I do, I thought I'd share just a couple quick things with you. We have this beautiful game. This is actually 16 different games. And this is from, I think it's Measured Mom. Yep, the Measured Mom. She has so many fantastic resources, just absolutely wonderful. This game, the other teacher in the other classroom found it on Measured Mom's website, which is super awesome. She actually printed them out for me and brought them to my classroom. And what I did was I made copies using cardstock in different colors, one color for every single game, just to make it easy to identify which cards go with which game. And it's basically, you can play it like a memory game. The kids take turns, they flip it over, they flip over 2 cards, and then they have to read them. Pat, bat, I didn't find a match, so I would turn it around, and then the next student would flip 2, just like playing your regular memory game. I mean, these are super cute. This is great for kindergarten. And then there's all the other word families, am, app, at. So this is super cute and fun and easy. Just laminate it and put it in a Ziploc bag, different Ziploc bag per each game, and they're good to go. So I'm definitely going to use this for my literacy centers for kindergarten next week. That's fantastic to have. So today we opened one of our pumpkins, and then the kids took these golf tees out using scissors. We kind of had to nudge them a little bit. Some kids could use the back of the hammer to take them out. So they were just like gentle and able to pull it out. And then you can easily, not easily with one hand, clearly. pull out the golf tees. And then when they were doing that, I was kind of nervous because, you know, if they are pulling like this and by accident they pull too hard with their force, I was worried that they might hit themselves with this side. So then I said, okay, how about we don't use the hammer? There was only one student who was really able to use the hammer and be really gentle with it, so that I was for sure like, okay, he's not going to get hurt with the hammer. So then we moved on to using scissors. So I was instructing them to just squeeze in at the head, and then with your hand kind of squeeze from the side, and then just wiggle it up and down, and then this way it comes up, and then when it comes up a little bit, then you use your hand to kind of pull it out. So this was better because I was not as stressed that somebody was going to get hurt, and the kids were able to do it successfully, so that was great. And then after they took those out, I cut in slices and then gave them a slice, and then they were all working on a slice to take these out. It was a little challenging to cut them because I did not put these in any particular order. So if you were trying to cut it down, then you had to like move around so you're not cutting into the teas that are inside. So it was a little bit of a challenge, but it worked out perfectly fine. The kids had a blast doing it. After we took it out, we took out all of the pumpkin seeds that were inside, and then I took them to the kitchen and I washed them while the kids were out in recess, and then I salted them, and then I put them in our toaster oven that we had, and then we baked them in there. I think it was 360 degrees for about 40-45 minutes, and they turned out great. A lot of the kids loved them and went back in and kept eating them, but it takes a long time to eat these guys, so we were like, okay, just a couple more and then we're done. So we did that, and then we did this super fun activity where we learned about the phases of the moon. We looked at a website. I'll put the link down below. I think it was on Quizlet, where you can look up the phases of the moon. And we would read the definition of the moon. For example, we would say, okay, this is a new moon, we can't see it. We talked about why we can't see it, because the moon is positioned right in between the sun and the earth, and it's called the new moon. And then for each phase, after we read it, so what the kids did was they used the Oreo cookies to show each phase of the moon, and that was a lot of fun. We ended the day with reading about the moon. What we do is we read each sentence, and then we look at the word bank, which I put up there, and then they have to decide what word goes in, and then one student will come up and they will write the word. And then before we go to the second one, we start again from the beginning every time, so they have lots of times to practice by the time they come to the end. We read this and write it as a class. Once we're all finished, each student gets a worksheet that goes along with it that has the same word bank and words as we practiced on the board, and then they kind of fill that in themselves, and they're much better at reading this when they get it on their own. So I'm about to clean up a couple of things, not too many. Pack up and go. I'm not going to spend too much time today after school because tomorrow I am coming back. I brought my Singer sewing machine to school, and then tomorrow the other teacher from the other classroom is going to come in, and she's going to help me sew these felt material. I really want to make capes for the kiddos for super kindness, being a super kindness hero. They've been getting pencils and erasers and that kind of stuff. This is the extra material. I wanted to quickly show you. Basically what I want to do is we're going to fold the end like this and just put it through the sewing machine, and then I'm going to put a string through there, and then it's gonna turn into a cape that they wear around their necks. And then one idea I have is I'm thinking about using the colorful felt squares to maybe spell out the word hero, and then maybe every time they become a superhero, they can have one of the letters, like H would be the first time, then E would be the next time, to spell out the word heroes. And then if they complete the whole word, they can wear their capes and take it home. I mean, they can still wear their capes even though it's not finished, but if they finish it, I think they should be able to keep it. So that's my idea for that. Hopefully it'll work out. So hopefully that idea will work out. So since I'm gonna be here tomorrow already, I'm not going to do much of this cleaning today while my colleague is working on the capes. I will come in here and take care of this mess then. I'm just gonna get rid of the food. I'm not gonna leave that out. It was disappointing. We tried to do our solar oven here. We put a piece of string cheese in here, hoping that it would melt under the sun, but it's just been so dark and gloomy. Nothing happened. So we'll try it again. We're gonna keep trying until the kids can see that sunlight in action. Finally, time to go home. Good night, you guys. Should have checked which key it is before I close the lights, but clearly I'm ready to go. Oh, great. Do it again, redo. I think I know exactly which key it is by now, but I still have to flip through them.